this is a segment we're calling Bit Rot. It's what we do is we play video games. In the past, we played a lot of Ouya video games. For those of you who don't know what that is, which is 99% of you, it was a $99 game system that is, I think, pretty much already no longer. Although I did play Tetris Battle on it the other night, and it's fucking fun as shit.
What makes it battle? It's like two player?
You play at the same time, and if you get a Tetris, you fuck over the other guy, and he gets a bunch of shitty lines underneath. And so you're going back and forth, and it's really it's pretty good.
That sounds neat.
Okay, so we're gonna try to do this. We're shooting some video of this, and we're talking about it. But I think this is going to be interesting. What I have in front of me, if you could see it, is called a Retron 5, and a Retron 5 is a quite beautiful, majestic beast, and it is a device. It runs about $150, and you can play NES, Famicom.
Comes with fortune cookie.
Comes with fortune cookies. You can play Super NES, Super Famicom. You could play Genesis. You could play Game Boy Advance, and then Game Boy Color and regular Game Boy. Also, if you buy this little adapter, you can actually play Master System games.
Oh, sweet.
So,
what are the Game Boy? Have you played a Game Boy game on it yet?
What
have you played any Game Boy games?
Oh yeah. My girlfriend is obsessed.
What is this? What does it look like on the
fucking
TV?
Little Mermaid? So we played Little Mermaid. That's actually what I want to show and talk about. Is there's actually built-in filters in the Retron 5 that actually smooth out the graphics, and they it's not only just, it's not like a blur. They're actually upping the resolution. They're sort of double scanning or something. But the games look, so if you pop a Genesis game in there, it looks better than it ever did 20 years ago. They also kind of had to do it because most people's screens are at least 40 inches big, and these 16-bit games, or 8-bit games in particular, don't hold up that well on that big of a screen.
And you said it's only $150?
$150. It comes with one wireless controller. And I have it plugged in now, but it's just getting a charge.
I was going to say, that's wireless?
That's
high tech.
Clearly, that is not wireless. The other cool thing is you can plug in SNES controllers, Genesis, and Super Famicom controllers. I think you can plug in the original Nintendo controller, too.
Cool.
So
the question I would ask is, have you had a hard time finding old system games for this?
I haven't. I mean, there's actually, right now in Manhattan, there's 2 retro game shops. So I can go into the city and pick from, 1,000 different games. And because you're getting one system and that
what are prices like?
They vary. Like, for instance, I bought this. I took a risk on this one, $4.99. And I was like, this is a Famicom. This is the Famicom cartridge, which is like...
What game is that?
I don't know. I still don't know, and I played it. I popped it in, the worst possible choice. I picked it. I was like, oh, it's got a horse on it.
It's like VHS Massacre.
It is. And it was an RPG, which is the worst thing to get if it's in a different language.
Yeah.
Make it a little tough.
So I was just proud that I was
Wait, what language is it in? Is it in Japanese?
Just Japanese.
Looks like Japanese, yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
But a lot of these Famicom and Super Famicom games, there's some, I think, that were released in Canada, so you can actually get Super Famicom games that have some English in them, which is helpful. And sometimes they're cheaper. Like some of these video games, like Final Fight I wanted for SNES, and it's $80 used.
Wow.
Out of the box. But the Super Famicom version was $20 because almost no one's got that system. But they do in Japan, but not here. So I guess if we're looking over here, take a look at the system. If you look, I'm going to, when it boots up, you have all these settings. You could put an SD card in, and I think you could download cheat codes and stuff like that. if I play this, I'm going to reset this. What this game is a Genesis game, which I never had growing up. James, you're saying you that was one of the things you didn't have? Or?
Genesis was one of the only systems that I didn't have. I used to go over to friends' houses who did have it and played a lot of Sonic and stuff like that. But for the most part, I didn't have. This is the one system I didn't. I had a ColecoVision. I had Intellivision. The 2600. This doesn't play the Atari 2600 game.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay.
But I bought a 7800, and I had my dad rewire it because he's good like that, so that it could plug into composite.
Wow.
So, yeah. So I'm actually, and that's cool. You buy 7800, you can play both types of games, 2600 and 7800. So I popped in. This is called the 6-pack. It's a game. You play Sonic.
I remember Columns.
You can play Columns, which is like generic Tetris.
Yeah.
Streets of Rage.
That's your game.
That's the one we were playing before. Golden
Is that
Axe.
the one that
Golden
you have the
Axe,
record?
yeah.
Is that the one you have the record on? Or no.
No. But no. That was Crime Fighters for Konami. But James, you want to play a little Streets of Rage?
Sure.
All right. So here you go. He's using an SNES controller, and we're gonna start this.
Oh, those sounds just bring back memories.
Yeah,
That's fucking funny.
it's so, and I love it.
Ding 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 ding. That's
You know,
nice.
you get
Wow,
this
that actually
spot.
looks pretty beautiful.
Do you have Spy Hunter? Would that be a game that's on here?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't
Spy
have
Hunter?
it, but
Yeah.
Oh, with the oh man, that was
car,
that's,
yeah.
yeah.
the arcade, the steering wheel, and the gas pedal.
Oh yeah.
So let's hit start, and we'll do two.
Hey Dave, what was your favorite system?
Oh,
Did you have a favorite?
they were all my favorite.
What do you want? Your
the,
choice.
The newer
Your
they
choice.
got, the
I'm
more I
gonna
liked
pick
them. I never went
Blaze.
retro when it came to video games.
okay. I'm
Like
gonna
this
do
doesn't really.
Doesn't excite you?
I mean, it kind of does a little bit.
I
but
think start. Yeah.
I think we talked about it before. Is like sports games don't hold up well.
no, they
on
don't.
these
Not at
systems.
all. I mean, it's kind of cool to do it, but
Okay, so this
like
is
it's
actually
got Sim City over here, and I'm playing a new one. I would never play the old Sim City.
Oh, the police are
accidentally hit the that's the
I remember this
your
game.
rescue button, I guess, whatever it's called. So what I want to show you, actually, I'm going to pause it just for a second.
They're little
They whooping your ass.
Okay, if I
little
hit
guiles.
start, right, I'm going to go, right now, a filter is on. The filter's called 2X SAL. And I guess these are sort of standardized filters where people use emulators. What it does, it actually will, I think it'll do like a double scan. So typically the resolution wouldn't be that sharp. So it's not just a matter of blurring the image or blurring the pictures. So if I turn it off and I go back to the game,
Oh, wow.
this is actually what the game was.
Wow.
So there are several filters so you can put on, there's one called Super Eagle. Honestly, it's too sharp for my eyes and it was bothering me when I was playing.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's a little weird. So I'll actually do 2X SAL. And it looks pretty good. Compared to how we saw it, it's pretty incredible.
I mean, it's sort of like giving the game a whole facelift. It's almost like they do HD remasterings of games, and I wouldn't go so far as to say it's like an HD remaster, but it definitely gives it a nice little shine to it.
Oh yeah.
Which guy are you, James?
I'm the girl. No, she kicked him in the balls.
There's the police officer again. What's his problem?
He's blasting you. Watch out.
He's just murdering all these people.
Why don't you guys die? I mean, those are
It's a
So
smart
friendly
weapon.
fire.
Smart weapon.
smart bombs, and they're not the dumb ones.
I'm just saying, why are all the bad guys gingers? Okay, what's the problem here? Okay.
She kicked him in the balls, dude.
You got some cool moves there.
I know,
yeah.
that's pretty fancy.
You can flip over people's heads. If you just kind of walk into them, you can grab them, and then you flip over their head by hitting the jump
And then
button.
you get punched in the face a couple times.
And then you can...
Oh, wow. This is like
What's that,
Street Fighter
suplex?
with Street Fighter moves.
Yeah, similar. When
Oh, that was probably cool as hell at the time. Oh, I could blow up this phone booth.
when games like Final Fight came out,
It's kind of strange that there's that many phone booths right next to each other.
it is odd.
You guys were kissing. It was amazing. Do it again.
In the game.
Oh yeah, no, they were actually kissing in real life.
We got that on video.
Super Nintendo, you could play Final Fight on, and I
Pick up the
think
bottle. Pick up the bottle.
on Genesis they they came out with Streets of Rage to kind of
two
compete
people's
with
asses.
Final Fight.
I mean, Final Fight is definitely a classic. That, I think it was one of the first games I
pick it up,
got
pick it up.
for my system.
Pick it up.
And it's a fucking awesome game, but I do have to say, Streets of Rage,
It's a strong
is
bottle.
really fun.
No,
Like,
yeah, this looks pretty awesome.
pipe. Oh, it's a bat?
To me, it is. Yeah, very similar to Final Fight.
Oh, yeah.
Destructible environments.
Yep.
Being able to pick up almost anything, use it as a weapon.
And if there's a couple, like if you're into it and you're like trying to beat it, like you're not playing casually, like I'm gonna beat this fucking game. It's actually a lot of fun. And there's a lot of levels in the first one. The second one, they made the characters much bigger, very much way more similar to Final Fight, and even the characters in the second one were sort of knockoffs at that point. They had this guy Max.
They're
who was
weighted up steroids.
Yep.
Those apples.
That looks like a pumpkin.
It was an apple, Dave.
Yeah, but it was huge.
It was an apple on steroids. We talked about this game's on steroids.
So, but this was a pretty popular game.
Oh, you just
Wouldn't it be
fucked
cool
up.
if the streets were really like this, though? Like, you guys, like, on the way back home, you'd have to fight your way.
Come out and play.
I watched
You
that the
mean
other
beautiful
night.
cobblestone? Blue cobblestone? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, we do have cobblestones around here, but not beautiful blue ones.
With huge holes in them, I think.
Oh, you're talking about we have huge holes in our cobblestone? Yeah, for sure. The streets right now in Astoria are a complete mess, thanks to all the ice.
Yeah, we got screwed.
Oh, is it a boss?
This is a dominatrix-looking lady.
Oh, you
I
fucked
think
her
she might
up.
have been a member of the Nazi Party, judging by her
The SS.
gala.
Oh, yeah. Take that.
Oh, you need a ham.
Yeah, ham.
There's a knife right
Both,
there.
both ham for me and ham
Pick up
for
the
you.
sword. Pick up
You
the
guys are
sword.
both ham-fisted.
How do you pick it up?
You hit down.
You have to put it in your butt.
and then punch, down and punch.
Oh, that's a steak. Pick up
Oh.
the knife. The knife over
She
there.
put that ham up her
No, I
skirt.
want the bat.
Vagina swallowed it. That was impressive. Feat.
My word.
I paid big money in Tijuana to see that one time.
The dominatrix lady has a whip.
But she hasn't used it yet.
Well, no, she did. I saw her whip somebody.
Oh, yeah. Fuck her.
Somebody was screaming.
Hey.
Girl on girl action. All right.
Oh. Grab your head.
Wait. I think I can do something. Wait, cool. Let me do something real quick.
Oh, getting your face punched in? Yeah, that's real cool.
Well,
See,
that
I
was
can
pretty
jump
cool.
off of you.
What the
Oh,
hell?
these are like pirates with
I always
with
like
jean jackets.
They look Swedish.
I always like the huge
Pirates,
villains.
Swedish pirates with jean jackets.
And they must be Australian because they got boomerangs.
Are they? These aren't Norwegians.
Oh, it's a boomerang.
That was James,
Oh,
are they?
I thought it was a sword. Are they twins, or are they just accidentally dressed up the same way?
I think they're both embarrassed. They accidentally dressed the same.
Oh, how dare we show up on
I
game
love
day
it.
and he was wearing
I
the
love
same
jean
thing.
jackets with the white fluffy. What would you call that? I mean, I wish I had a jean
The
jacket.
Bane,
Is
the
it a
Bane
parka?
fur.
The Bane fur.
I love the music though, and the music's really good.
I actually have a Bane jacket.
Really?
Oh,
You
yeah.
would.
I might wear it tomorrow now that y'all done brought it up.
Sweet.
Ooh, it's windy.
You should make a beat 'em up with just Bane, and he just says crazy things. You have my permission to die.
All right. Good.
So,
Ooh, look at that.
Nice little stroll.
There's a hot chick in the background.
I just like the fact
I
that
would
she's
call this the downtown area. It looks like
straight up Krav Maga kicking him in the balls type stuff.
that's a nice poster
Ooh,
up
we got
there.
some money. Moolah.
Now, can you actually use the money for anything in
Oh,
this game,
snap.
or is it just a?
who knew that kicking people in the balls was a martial arts move all these years?
Ooh, what's that?
What's
That's
it?
like pepper spray.
Pepper spray.
Bomb. That's a
huh?
grenade, I think.
I don't know if pepper spray would work too much in these fights.
Yeah, what is a pepper spray? There's a can of black pepper.
I have a feeling these guys are pretty crazy.
So Streets of Rage is pretty good. I don't know what how long should we play this? Should I switch out?
I think we played a little too long already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do a switch up. You guys
Okay.
get the cops back.
Should I
and
do
we-
another?
Did you call that in? Like an
Yeah,
air
I
raid?
called him in.
Call it in the air raid?
Hey, it looks like you guys were handling that. You didn't need the
Yeah,
cop.
it's all right.
You said you didn't like the police.
Ooh, easy.
Easy. I gotta head back home.